Hello there everyone and welcome back to this our Napoleon Total War versus campaign. I'm Lord John and my opponent is of course
McCabester. Hello.
Yeah, the McCabester, playing as Austria and I'm playing as the French.
Yes.
So it's been a while since we didn't do one last week, but I believe the last
Been a long time.
The last thing we had was the battle up there by the vineyard. The Chatillon vineyard. Up by the Sardinian Piedmont's last holdout.
And I was playing as the Kingdom of Piedmont, Sardinia. Playing as, of course, the AI's army versus Lord John.
Yeah, it wasn't. You had a numerical advantage. Although I managed to dig in there by the vineyard, and I managed to send the Sardinians off. Although it was a bloody battle, and I'm just showing here some of the units are very low on men. We can see here there's one unit with only 12 soldiers left in it. So that's quite a lot of soldiers were killed there, although I didn't think I lost a single regiment, but most of them were very badly damaged. So yeah, I don't think there's much more for me to do for this turn, so I'm gonna switch it over to you, McCabe.
Alright.
Also, since you weren't here last week and we couldn't record one, I was doing other stuff, and some of the stuff I was doing was taking a look what else we might do besides this versus campaign, and so I started looking at what other YouTubers are doing, remembering, you know, I saw this by this guy and I thought that would look pretty good, and so I thought, now when I think I actually reached today, not today as in the day this is going to be released, but the day when we're recording this, I actually reached 300 subscribers. It's not that big of a milestone, but it's something, and I thought that for it I would do what I saw was other stuff we could do. Not necessarily everything has to be done, you know, me playing against you, but some of it can, and well, that's another part. Now I'm babbling on all that stuff, but what I saw was, or stuff I really liked that I saw was Heir of Carthage, which of course I shouldn't say another. Well, he is a great YouTuber. And I saw what he was doing and what he done for, I think he gained, I can't remember how many subscribers, but way more than I did. I have way more. We're talking about thousands upon thousands. But what he did at least was he did a what he called Total War Eras, where he went through and he played a battle for each of the different Total War games, going back from, I think it started in Rome 1, going all the way up to Rome 2. And I thought, unlike, and as he did, I think he split it up, so he done, I think there would be 6 games in total, and he did it over a course of an hour, so it showed about 10 minutes of each battle in the game. And as we know with Total War, a battle don't really, or in Napoleon, a battle doesn't really last, so you can't last 10 minutes, so you can't really show all of it. So instead I thought that I would show every battle in full instead, but I would do from Rome 1, well, Rome 1 battle in some way. It doesn't have to be just me and McCabe playing. It could be we could invite others, or I'm just playing it with against someone else. So we could have maybe a free-for-all where there's 4 of us playing, and also some other stuff that I thought about that we could do was which I've seen Prince of Macedon have done, and that's sort of doing historical battles multiplayer. And what it does is he takes an historical battle, either that's we can see we're going into.
Yes, the same.
I think I could just to go ahead and explain the thought. Which
yeah, go ahead.
I'm going.
Finish the thought.
So he does these historical battles where he basically sets up. He goes through, let's say, since we're doing in an easy one would be like we say the Battle of Arcole, I believe it's and it is for Napoleon. In here in Italy, where he defeats actually Joseph Alvinzi. I think he actually defeats him there, or if he defeats him earlier. Anyways, he takes that battle and he sets up the unit in an historical fashion. So if Napoleon had so and so many cannons, we would scale that to Total War, and then we would set up and we would fight the battle out, not necessarily recreating it, but we would have the historical, or as close as we could get to the historical armies, and we could fight it out.
Yeah,
and what I
that's
thought,
a good idea.
yeah, and what I thought about that as well, since there's a whole lot of historical battles, and Total War ranges such a great, from medieval, Rome 1, Rome 2, and so on, all these and empires, so it reaches so many different eras. But what I thought that you and I could do, that sort of could be related to you being an American, because I believe there is a mod for Napoleon that is the American Civil War.
Oh, okay.
And
yeah,
we
definitely should do that.
And we could do Civil War battles against each other.
Yes. Oh, yeah. We gotta do that.
And I thought you would be a bit excited about that.
Yes.
So I'm not entirely sure if the mods. I think the mod supports multiplayer,
and
so we can play
against
each
I
other.
live, or I shouldn't say exactly where I live, but I'm somewhere in the Pennsylvania Gettysburg area.
Yeah,
we could do the Battle of Gettysburg.
Yeah, we could. Well, we could either we could do go directly for Gettysburg, which I guess is the biggest one, or we could do it in a chronological order, so we could start Antietam.
As long as we get
I can't really pronounce it correctly.
Antietam.
Yeah, Antietam, which is the first one, so we'll start there and we could go through a chronological order, and we could try at our best to recreate, or not recreate, but balance out the armies, face off in a multiplayer battle on a map that sort of would simulate that area. But that's something we have to investigate into. But
yeah, a Gettysburg battle map would be... we'd have to find that.
Yeah.
Because that battlefield was so...
well, it wouldn't be... I don't think we could do the entire battle, but we could do, Pickett's Charge.
Yeah,
especially for Pickett's Charge and for the different movements of the Gettysburg battle, rather than trying to do the big thing at once.
Like
but yeah, I thought you would be excited about that, so we'll investigate into that, and after we've done this,
maybe for you we could do the 7 Years' War, or the 70 Years' War, I believe. Was it
70 Years' War?
7 Years' War.
We could do. I'm not sure if there's a 30 Years' War mod,
there we go.
But we could do the Great Northern War, which is Sweden against Russia and so on, Poland and Denmark and so on. We could do battles from that.
So lots planned.
So there's lots of possibilities within this, and not necessarily every week I would face McCabe, but I think for the Civil War thing, I definitely think that it should be, and we could have historical anecdotes or something, and build up.
Yeah, that has to be me playing.
Yeah, so we would have some more add some historical stuff too. And anyways, well, that's in the future. Right now, it's right here. And we've
Right
got
here, right
the
now.
Venetian army facing off with the Austrian. So
And
off the bat, I
will
can see
attack.
that I have. Oh, you're attacking, or
You were actually attacking.
oh yeah, it says there.
Or the
I'm
AI,
attacking.
I should say.
So right off the bat, I can see that I have more men, although quite a few of them are militia. And you have quite strong troops there, cuirassiers,
Yeah, small little band here.
cannons, light
Grenadiers.
infantry, and grenadiers. And you have your general has more stars than mine, or a few more.
Yeah.
Anyways, we've been talking about that for quite a while, and I hope
Actually,
I'm not too rambling because it went a bit like that. But yeah, hopefully people understood what I was saying and what we might be looking
sure
at
they do.
doing. So yeah, I think just because I should say this that we already actually taped this episode, but we crashed at this battle. So what I'm gonna do, I see there's a little button here so we can save the game just before the battle.
Yeah.
So if there's a connection error again, we don't have to retape it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and
Yeah, we crashed right in the middle of
do
this
that.
battle.
Yeah. So yeah, I think I'm saying yeah a lot of times right now. So I'll go ahead and say yes.
That's
instead.
the Svenska and you.
Yeah, the awkward
Actually,
Swede.
so do Swedes say yeah for yes? I
Um,
don't know. Do they say yeah? Or like
well,
yeah.
we say yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Or,
There you go.
well, that's
why,
sort
that's
of
why
a
he's saying
that's me saying it as though I was English. We say yeah,
y'all.
yeah.
Like y'all, like you.
Yeah.
all.
Anyways, not getting off topic here. Let's go and
Yeah.
actually fight the battle. So, yeah. So I go again, but yeah, let's go ahead. And,
Let's do it.
Do the battle.
Hello, everybody.
Yeah, we're back, and now we're at the field of battle there. And I must say,
Textbook classic position for it.
I did like the other battle. For some
Yeah.
reason, the battlefield changed in between the crash. So when we're playing this battle again, I'm in the other battle. There weren't really a big disadvantage
Yeah.
for me,
Yeah,
but now I
it
have
was
to
pretty
march
even.
uphill. Yeah, but
Unfortunately,
that's how it goes.
The crash worked in my favor, so I kind of feel like I'm cheating now. But
So the main thing for me would to be basically keep my militiamen off his cuirassiers. Last time, or the last time we did this battle when it crashed, he managed to... I sort of sacrificed them by throwing them into a melee charge, and then he managed to swing around with his cuirassiers and attack them in the back, so I lost all of them. But it was enough for me to actually... It was actually enough for me. Oh, he's placed the cannons in the forest. I think we're gonna go around. I think we can go straight up actually. Where is he placed? He's hidden his. I think he's hidden his troops in the forest. So I think we're gonna go ahead and go up here. We're gonna.
not getting any hits right now.
No, right at this time, I am in a forest, and I do believe the Austrian cannons, as they're recruited, they don't have that great of accuracy.
Yeah, they don't.
And also, you're in a forest, and my troops are marching through a forest, and the terrain is not that clear, so they would have to fire a shot, and then it would have to fall there and at the end, and steep fall, and then into my troops. So at this position, I shouldn't really help you. Your cannonballs are devastating right now to my. Ooh, that cuirassier guy, the officer, looks very fancy. He's got like gold stuff or golden-ish stuff on him. The wig, fancy hat with a feather in it. Looks very fancy, that guy. They all look pretty fancy. I think he looks even more fancier than your general.
He may or may not.
And I do like the Austrian Grenadiers. Their uniform looks really good. Although one thing that I would think would be pretty hard is in a going around in battle and so on, and having completely white uniforms would be hard.
It's not as bad as the British red then.
Well, the red, I mean, what I'm talking about is the cleaning of the uniform.
Oh, cleanliness looking.
Keeping it white. That would be a problem. I don't think I guess the red would sort of maybe go for a might turn, if it like really badly, might turn towards a sort of a pinkish color.
Brown uniforms don't look good, but I guess they never look dirty either.
But I would say that my guys looks pretty fancy as well, with their wigs and all their stuff. They do not have the feathers in the hats though. Now I've been talking too much. McCabe is going in here and he's gonna line up his troops. So we're gonna have the proper line infantry. We're gonna have them on this side, and we're gonna have the militia in between them and the the mountain thing over here. So we covered them. Time to move up here quickly. Get into position, because right now we're taking quite a load of casualties. McCabe is moving into our back, and right now I can't really do anything to counter that. I don't really have cavalry or anything. Just gonna have to rely on the fact that he's not gonna be able to attack us as long as he fears us moving into square. We'll move up quickly there to sort of flank him. He's moving his cavalry around. I'm gonna be very wary and keep a close eye on those guys. His grenadiers are now very strong out here on the flank, and I think the superior firepower of my troops are probably gonna turn that battle into a victory over there. He's going in for a charge to save his grenadiers. I'm gonna wait until the very end here to form square. To counter. Oh, he's gonna go in and charge. We're gonna fall back then. Ooh. McCabe throws away his general. Enemy general is wounded. He throws him. We're gonna move quickly here to flank these guys and put down fire towards them, helping them in the square. At the same time, we're gonna call these guys in to charge straight for the Grenzers while we move these guys up to take up fire against the rest of the line there. So right now McCabe's troops are gonna go. Hopefully my guys will hold in the square. Oh, he's dragging them off now. He's realizing it's a very costly battle for him. And the square has hold. And his troops are now dragging off there. My charge almost failed, but they managed to now contact with the Grenza, and I'm hoping that the sheer number of my militiamen will be enough to turn that into victory. And as you can see, the square is actually broken now, and that unit's actually gonna break. But we're gonna be able to shoot them down, I think. Or we're losing the charge over there. And form square with these guys because they're charging in with the cavalry. Luckily for me, this isn't. I think it's gonna go for my general, looks like. So the militia attack failed horribly. It's going for the second unit. It's gonna keep us in square, which is gonna be a problem. But the cuirassiers are gonna fall pretty darn soon here. Against the square, so we'll be able to form back into line. Form back into line. Ooh, grenades, but grenades are not that effective, and I think he actually missed with the grenades. So we're gonna fall back quickly here and move into line again. We had a unit come back, I think. Over here, yeah, we've got this small unit coming in. Gonna help out here in the flank. And he has been unsuccessful, McCabe, in utilizing his artillery, which still stuck over there on that hill. And now without his general, he's also, as you have noticed, that his light infantry hasn't actually formed into skirmish line. And they have taken quite heavy casualties. And it looks like we're gonna win this battle. And we're gonna pressure McCabe even more. So he's retreating towards his cannons. Oh, there we go. His unit has broken. And his cannons haven't actually moved. So if I swing up and come around behind them with my general, I could take them that way without having to come in front of the cannons, risking grape shot. But I'm still gonna move up the troops towards the cannons just in case. Well, it looks like this. I won this battle. At this point. So we're quickly moving in here in the sort of dead zone or whatever you would call it here from the artillery. So it's unable to fire upon me. And then we call the charge. Charge for the guns!
For some reason, the cannons are not firing.
Yes, if you are, as you can see, they have the baggage train on that side. So if they would turn the cannons that way, they would shoot straight into the baggage train.
Right. But
So
I'm talking about aiming at your soldiers, though.
Yeah, they have a limited view there, and fighting. You should possibly have repositioned them as soon as we moved up on that side of the ridge. So you would have set them out sort of in the outlines there of the forest, aiming down. And you would should probably have made it into the cannons into part of your defensive line, being able to spray me with grape shot. Linea pronto, signore.
Signor sì.
Also, I noticed, McCabe, that you didn't actually form your skirmish infantry into skirmish line. You have kept them in line infantry formation.
Yeah.
And it will reduce casualties if you move them into skirmish. And so they will be able to more effectively face off against the other line infantry, since the unit carries 120 men while my unit carries 160 at full strength. So we're gonna see here now when my guys start shooting. Well, at this point they outnumber you 3 to 1.
So,
And there we go. The Venetian army have sent you off the field of battle.
they did.
And here we are for the battle statistics. You lost most of your army, only having 114 men left. Not sure if you're gonna be able to have enough strength to fall back and remain as a cohesion, or if they're just gonna be destroyed. And I lost 2/3 of my army, most of them being militiamen, I believe. So I lost quite a lot of men in the battle, but I managed to carry the day. So let's see. Oh, they have... So are you able to retreat there, or are we gonna out-resolve it?
Yeah.
There's no point in fighting that small battle. 10 men on a... that would be like 1 cannon, or 2 cannons. And I saw that the general got wounded, so I'm guessing he's the equivalent of what Napoleon is for me, that the guy cannot die.
Yeah, I guess so.
That he's going to sort of respawn back in your capital. And you're gonna be able to use him.
Silly Venetians.
There's a whole lot of armed citizenry, but if you look at the balance meter, I don't think it's a battle worthy of being played.
No.
I lost 146 men and totally destroying the enemy force there. Also, Napoleon gained a trait. He gained attacking general, 1 command when attacking on land. This man has a deserved a reputation of being skilled when ordering an attack. And the nation of Sardinia Piedmont is destroyed.
Yeah.
It's going how you say, south very fast for you.
Yeah. If Venice would not have attacked me, I think I could have won. But now it's not looking good.
Yeah. I am not able, of course, to see the amount of forces that they've got, but I'm guessing it's quite a lot since you've been since they've been able to push you off.
They're a major power.
Yeah, of the powers or the nations on this map, we are the 3 biggest: the French, the Austrians, and the Viennese or Venetians. So yeah, even though it might have looked like I was in the weaker corner, starting with only 1 province, you had the problem of having your empire split in the center.
Yes,
and having
it was very annoying.
The Venetians here in between your empire, ready to strike as soon as they saw weakness. But yeah, I think at this point we've sort of reached the halfway point, so I believe we're gonna make a cut right here. And
Alright.
So I hope you enjoyed this episode, and we will see you for the next one.
Adios.
Bye.